This video is for everyone. So wherever you're volunteering, whatever game you're volunteering for, whatever stands, these are all reminders because this is all the stuff that drives me crazy. So let's talk about it. I'm just going to talk about it. First and foremost, every stand has a handy dandy binder. I have included in this binder everything you need to know about the stand. You can honestly come in and open these stands without me if you follow the instructions in the binder. The binder has pictures. So everything you need to know is in the binder. So, if you have questions or something isn't clear, you don't remember what I said in a previous video that you watched, please refer to the binder. If you do find that there's something that I forgot, feel free to let me know. But I really try to update this as often as possible to make sure everything you need is in here, because I can't always be in here. I'm responsible for every stand, indoor and outdoor. My son is also an athlete, so there are times when I'm watching him play, so I can't always be here. So I try to make your job easier by having all of the instructions here. Another really important thing is the spoilage and comp log. I keep inventory, which means I count everything. And I mean everything. I count individual suckers. So what I need to know is the items that we give away, and we only give away items when someone presents a voucher card, and we'll talk about that a little more. And anything that's spoilage, because stuff happens. Hot dogs fall on the floor. Sometimes candy wrappers are messed up, and we can't sell that item. And I get it. So, but I do need you to record that for me, because I take my beginning inventory and my ending inventory and I back out these numbers, and it helps me know what to order and what items don't sell, what items are selling really well. That's how, it's not the only reason. This is one of the reasons that we're making a significantly higher amount of money in these stands than we have in previous years. So please help me out. All right. The other thing is the vouchers. I mentioned the vouchers. We do not give away anything. Please don't give away anything. I don't care if people are begging you or telling you that they have been given free stuff in the past. There's a new sheriff in town, and she's a little bonkers, quite frankly, and she doesn't give away anything. So you can blame it on me. You can tell people that the concessions director is a nut job. That's perfectly fine. If they present a voucher card, they can have for free a voucher card. The only other people who come in here who might grab anything would be our athletic department, so Tony DeMar, Bam. If you are not familiar with those folks, you can certainly ask to see their badge. They'll understand it. Our athletic trainers can come in and grab a drink, so Lauren or Doug. But other than that, people have to have a voucher. We do not give away candy. We do not give away pretzels. So please be mindful that we are trying to make money for our student athletes. We do not make enough profit on anything in this stand to justify giving away inventory. So we don't do it. All right. I mentioned that I count everything, which means if multiple boxes of items are open, it makes my life difficult. So if I come in here and there are 3 boxes of Reese's open, I have to count everything individually. Please do not open another case of candy or anything until the previous box is gone. And I mean gone. Not 2 left, not 1 left, gone. 0 left. Then you can open another box. And when you open the box, open it correctly. All of the boxes are perforated, right? And you open them a certain way so they can go on our display shelves, and candy, you know, you can grab it out of the box easily. Don't open it from, you know, the top or the side. Follow the perforations to open the boxes correctly. And make sure that you don't open a box until the previous box is gone. Please, I'm begging. All right. If you're stocking the coolers, do not overstock the coolers. That leads to product exploding in the coolers. It's happened. It happened last year. It's not pleasant. I end up throwing a temper tantrum and saying a lot of bad words, and it's just not a good time. So please don't overstock the coolers. All right. Popcorn. We do not throw away popcorn. We bag popcorn at the end of the night. So you take a plastic bag, you put all the leftover popcorn in it, you tie a tight knot, and after the popcorn machine has been cleaned, you leave the bag in the popcorn maker. I try to not lose inventory, so please make sure that you're bagging up popcorn. If we do have any leftover food, like hot dogs or cheeseburgers or pizza, first and foremost, that food is given to athletes. So if our football players are coming off the field and we have leftovers, they are the first people that get that food. And then coaches, officials, all of those folks have gone hours without eating. So we want to nourish them before, you know, I get that the little kids that are running up are really cute, but I want to nourish our athletes and all the people who have been supporting them for the hours that they've been out there. So, you know, please make sure that that happens. All right, one of the other things is we don't make change. So if someone comes up and they want $21 bills for 20, we don't do that. Sometimes we, you know, have vendors here and they might ask us to make change. We don't make change. We, you know, our cash boxes, we have to flip them, and it makes things difficult for our treasurer, and so please don't make change for people. You know, if they want to buy a dollar item, and we'll break their 20, but that doesn't mean that they're getting all ones back. So keep that in mind. For the love of God, do not refrigerate M&Ms. M&M packaging is paper. And if we put the M&Ms in the refrigerator, when I come in here and I take them out of the refrigerator, the packaging gets soggy and it ruins the M&Ms. And for whatever reason, M&M has decided that they do cases by 48 count versus 36 count. So I lose even more product because the cases are larger. So please don't do that. I literally come in here and I throw things when the M&Ms are in the refrigerator. They do not go in the refrigerator. We think it's getting cooler. You know, we really don't have to worry too much about the candy going in the refrigerator anyway. But the M&Ms in particular, please don't do it. Every stand now has a handy dandy mini shop bag. Isn't it cute? I think it needs a name. If you have a suggestion for a name for our shop vac, kind of like Big Daddy, I would love to hear it. You know, you can see on here that I've labeled it so it stays where it needs to stay. I have also labeled it dry use only. The shop vacs are really for the popcorn machines to make it easy to clean the popcorn machine. Please don't use it to like clean sticky hot chocolate or I really don't want to come in and find that the shop vac has been used for that. Okay, dry use only, really for the popcorn machine, but if there's other stuff, as long as it's not wet, you can use it for that. Nothing wet, even though it's a shop vac, nothing wet, okay? Thank you. And let me just make sure that that's it. All right, lastly, in a few videos I have said this, and this one's really applies to the varsity football games. You signed up for a job, and we did that for a reason. We've we've done a lot of games and we know how the stands work, and we have people sign up for specific jobs for a reason. Please stay in your lane. Do your job, focus on your job. And that doesn't mean that people can't help each other. Please don't take it that way. There were a few roles in particular where I mentioned, if things slow down for you, you can jump in and help hot liquids, but we really need people to focus on their job, because if if you're a runner and you step away to go make coffee, and the cashiers start yelling that they need something and you're not where you need to be, things start to break down. So, we've set it up the way that we've set it up for a reason. And, this really is kind of a small business. And, restaurants have people in specific positions. That's how we need to operate. Because we're working kind of like a small restaurant in here. So you need to do your job. If you're slow and you're looking for something to do, there's plenty to clean. I promise you. During a varsity football game, there's popcorn everywhere. Wipe stuff down, sweep. But don't leave your post, because things really do break down when you don't stay in your lane. So let's do that. It'll make things run so much more smoothly, I promise. Really appreciate everyone volunteering and putting up with me. I am absolutely OCD. There's no doubt about it. But I take my job very seriously. And my son plays 3 sports. I appreciate everything that he gets through athletics. And I want to see our athletes get as much as possible. I want boosters to be able to provide as much as possible for our athletes. So I put in the hours and I put in the work to make sure that happens. And all of this crazy stuff that I do is really so we can make the most money possible for our athletes. So I really appreciate you understanding that and supporting our efforts to do that. Thank you so much.